Tired of getting your delivery constantly delayed? Desiring efficiency above everything else? Well, we got just the thing for you. Make sure to call Philosopher Couriers. With us, we'll give you exactly what you want in record time. No delays, no ifs, or no buts. Over 90% of customers are satisfied with our spectacular services, so make sure to call us today. For more information, deliver yourself to philosophercouriers. Almost. Okay, yeah, got it. There we go. Sorry about that. This should prevent you from getting tracked, as well as prevent them from listening in on you. I mean, I doubt that's the case, but better safe than sorry. Anywho, lovely to meet you at last, Agent Player. I trust your training at our astute academy suit you well. Either way, welcome to your first assignment on the job, and welcome to iPad, aka the International Police and Detectives. Considering all the viable threats that have showed up in our world over the past few decades, whether they be caused by Pokemon or man, our job is to predict, uncover, and contain. Is that everything? Yes, okay, that's everything. Sorry, just had to cover the basics. Classic introduction for every new agent. Anywho, there's another member of the Force that will be joining us on this special mission. We should have met her here. Oh, my goodness, I apologize, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Luker, and I'll be accepting your apprenticeship in your first assignment. No need to be nervous, I was doing this ever since Giovanni was on the scenes. More than 30 years of work and I'm still a good-looking person. Either way, it looks like our additional agent isn't here at the moment, so I suppose we'll just have to meet up with her where she was last doing her own assignment. I believe that would be the Lion Farms, so let's get going, shall we? I'll fill you in on our job as soon as we get there. Hello, gentlemen. Sorry, the farm is closed at the moment. We have a few difficulties. It's alright. Government business. Please tell us what's going on here. Well, I was just cleaning myself up after, well, my final lesson for this year. I'm a teacher at Sky University, you see. I was just minding my own business, herding up my Pokemon and all that until, well, all of a sudden these strange-looking Pokemon came out of nowhere. Well, I didn't really know what they were until the conference at Sky University, and I was given one myself. But I was almighty confused, especially considering that the principal told us that these Pokemon couldn't be found in the wild. Alright, that's enough. Thank you, sir. Could you please tell us if there's someone else around here by any chance? A young woman with dark hair? Well, yes, actually. She also said that this was government business, apparently. Told me to close the farm. I was going to check on her after coming back from the festival, but that won't be necessary, sir. We'll take it from here and let you know when it's safe. Come on then, Agent. You have Pokemon now, so let's see what you're capable of. Lovely little place, isn't it? In order to find the other agent, you're going to have to investigate the farming lands. That means looking through the trees and bushes of plants and crops that are being grown. Look deep enough, however, and you may discover some Pokemon. One of which being Scarababeel, the motor Pokemon. Scarababeel can be seen chasing around the fieldlands at high speeds. They're big enough to carry people on their backs, though due to their lust for rush, it's pretty hard to convince them to do this. If these Pokemon feel threatened, they'll smash into their victims at high speeds like bumper cars. However, they would rather much just race. They can often be seen competing with another speedy Pokemon, that being Joggoat, the Fun Run Pokemon. These electric-type goats are big rivals to the speedy Beetles. However, they're no contest when they evolve into Ramarosu. This guy is also the Fun Run Pokemon and is much faster. More information about these two is available in Pokemon Science and Magic. Moving on, we have our next regional variant. This is Revolution Mareep, the wool Pokemon. Mareep in this region are much lazier than their Johto counterparts. Because of this, all the electricity in their body has fizzled out and gone inside of their minds, making them psychic types. They hardly ever move, but they can still be dangerous since the dagger on the end of their tail has the ability to put you to sleep. I don't mean it kills you, I mean it literally just puts you to sleep. Just thought I'd make that clear. Next up we have the joyful Hopoo, the nurture Pokemon. Very friendly by nature, these Pokemon are often used to take care of eggs. They can be seen in farms like this and daycares taking care of the young Pokemon. Though cute and friendly, it's incredibly territorial and will not hesitate to lash out at others that threaten the young Pokemon's youth. They also have a new signature ability called Tender Care, which helps Pokemon eggs in your party hatch faster. Definitely might want to get one of these if you plan on getting some of those alchemist Pokemon. Lastly, we have this place's namesake, Lion, the straw Pokemon. These fellas are hardly motivated, but they can make pretty viable predators if given the chance. Originally considered a nuisance, they can now be seen lying around the farmlands, protecting it from wild Pokemon which may want to eat the crops. Other than these guys, here's a small list of the newbies that can be found here, and of course the oldies, mostly consisting of bug and normal type Pokemon, as well as a few others. And don't forget to tell me which one of these fellows you'd add to your team, and how your team in general is getting along. Alright, I think I've lured the last of them away from... Wait, what are you doing here? This is a restricted area. Get out of here, kid. This is government... Oh no, here they come. Well, this is interesting. An alchemy Pokemon in the wild. This is Apparak, Project... The goal was to make a much more useful version of Apom by fusing it with Spinarak DNA. However, the results leave a lot to be desired. Due to the incredibly overwhelming senses, the Pokemon is very twitchy, and pretty hard to keep still. They also have no venom whatsoever, and their web is nowhere nearly as strong as Ariados or Spinarak. But they are vicious, and their jaws can still deliver a nasty bite, so be careful. Not a lot of them left. I can probably handle this, though. Stay back, citizen, I've got this. Go! Cuffent! Oi! What are you playing at? I said I can handle this. You don't need to butt in. You know what? It doesn't matter. Sarah Rose. Galarian Intelligence. What business does a young trainer like you have coming into a restricted area like this? That business is with us, I'm afraid, Sarah. Well done, player. You did a really good job back there. Luca, I'm so sorry. I didn't... Wait. Hold on. This is the rookie that's supposed to be joining us? Doesn't look like much. If I didn't know better, I'd just say he was some generic trainer competing in the Pokemon League. Well, he will be, but that will only be his cover. In reality, he'll be helping us with what we're doing. Speaking of which, looks like some new evidence has come to life. Indeed, now we know that these strange Pokemon are actually alchemist Pokemon. If that's what we're calling them.
Cool. Also, what is going on?
Oh, my apologies, player. Might want to sit down, let me get you up to speed. You see, player, Sarah and I were investigating this thing before you were. At first they were just random sightings of Pokemon that were never seen before, or unidentified, which, well, isn't anything special. New Pokemon are discovered in our world all the time. But the more we looked into this Hopoo hole, the deeper it got. Now we know that these mysterious Pokemon were alchemist Pokemon. Which is strange, because, well, Alchemon are not even allowed to be released into the wild, due to their unique nature. I interviewed Nicholas myself, and he confirmed it to me. I assure you, Mr. Smith, we are taking the absolute precautions to make sure that these Pokemon do not appear in the wild. After all, alchemist Pokemon are unable to breed. We engineered them that way. Are you sure, Professor? I mean, I don't doubt your genius, of course, but it's not breeding that I'm worried about. What if trainers that have these licenses, what if they abuse these Pokemon or release them in the wild themselves? I mean, we know how ignorant young trainers can be. And that's not to mention the problems that come with releasing Pokemon in the wrong environment. Just imagine what these custom ones will do. I can assure you all of your complaints can be 100% justified. Besides, should the trainer do something so careless, then the failsafes shall kick in, and the trainer will no longer be allowed to wield these Pokemon. And besides, what trainer would possibly pass up or claim these revolutionary designs useless? Mr. Smith, you really love using that undercover name, don't you? Hey, if you got something that works, milk it till it's worth. Anyway, I wouldn't want to go as far as calling a Pokemon useless, but I will say these Alcemon do leave a lot to be desired. It feels like they kinda rushed a lot of these. I mean, the Apparak that I was battling earlier didn't even put up much of a fight. They seemed too busy twitching like crazy as if their systems weren't used to the extra senses. Indeed, it seems that the two different Pokemon DNA is clashing with one another. Well, I guess the moral of the story is don't do Pokemon fusions. It's never a good idea. Did you find any more cases? Well, yeah, 6 others. iPad's keeping them under the radar for now, but it's not going to be easy keeping this from the public any longer. Honestly, what do those idiots think they're doing releasing Pokemon like these into the wild? Idiots? Does that mean you have some suspects, Sarah? You could say that. Before the Apparak appeared, I found some odd-looking fellas making their way through the brush. They were wearing pink cloaks with some weird symbol on the forehead. That's strange. I've seen people like that hanging around Sky University. Team? Another crime syndicate, I see. Hold on, player. I'm going to look into the database now. I'll see what I can find out about these fellas. Only you would still use a laptop in this day and age. Well, it's useful, isn't it? Anywho, this is what I found out about Team Prophecy. They originally started as a small club, but they've gained a lot of members over the past few years, to the point where they have 3 bases throughout the whole region. Are they dangerous? Not from what I could find, no. Overzealous, sure, and they can be a bit of a nuisance, but nothing that makes them on the level of Team Rocket, or even Team Flare. All the same, this might be worth looking into. They don't seem like these type of troublemakers, but considering all the things we've heard of and dealt with, we'd be quite foolish to ignore such potential dangers. Well, that settles it. Let's split up. I'll handle these alchemist Pokemon, and you take care of these Team Prophecy fellows. Cover more ground. I like the idea. Player, if you're nearby, we'll let you know if we need your assistance. That being a big if. Sarah, please, give the young trainer a chance. He was top of his class at the academy. That doesn't translate to field experience in my books, Luker. Besides, you know me. I go by a code. I believe it when I see it. In the meantime, see you on the flip side, Luker. As for you, player, if you do show up, stay out of my way. I'm sorry about her, player. She's very passionate about her work, but she does mean well. Anywho, I'm going to start looking into my own case. You just remain undercover until you're needed. I'll be looking forward to seeing what you're capable of, but in the meantime, allons-y, player. And with that, we have come to the end of the first chapter of Pokemon Philosopher. But how will it go from here, you may ask? Well, similar to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the main story will be divided into 3 arcs. There's the Pokemon League arc, which is more or less the same as it is in previous games. You're one guy, there are 8 gym leaders, beat 'em all, final boss. There's the Team Prophecy arc, where you investigate the organization alongside Luker. And there's the Alcemon arc, where you help Sarah uncover the secrets to these mysterious hybrid Pokemon. If you're watching this in the far future when this series is complete, and if this was an actual game, you could take any of these arcs on in any order you like. However, at the moment this video has been uploaded, there shall be a poll, which will allow you to vote for which one of these arcs you would like to see first, depending on which one of these three gets the most and least votes, of course. So, in between Pokemon Leagues, Team Prophecy, and Alcemon, where will the road to nowhere lead us first? Find out next time, as our journey through Revolu continues.